Indigenous cultures all over the world are faced with pressing issues. Embedded in our culture, our tracks and our traditional knowledge are great gifts. Under every stone, in every footfall, in the birds and the animals, trees and landscapes, in the stars and on the ground, there is a vast store of knowledge, a living memory that helps us find our place wherever we are. The Australasian Centre for Interaction Design has teamed together with Indigenous community groups, supported by many Australian universities, to explore, research and create digital songlines, a world-class virtual heritage initiative. When time began, the ancestral beings lived in a dark, flat and lifeless land, a landscape without form or texture, a place in silence. But when they awoke, they moved, they hunted, they fought and they played. And as they did, the land took shape, and it was filled with the spirits of the dreaming. The journey of the mythical beings created the rivers. Their resting places formed the mountains and the hills. Their foot strikes made the valleys, and their kopi, or feces, created the opal. These old spirits still roam, as powerful and immense as they have ever been, freely visible to those with eyes to see and ears to hear. And yet these voices and sights, these songs and tracks are slowly being lost, eroded by the passage of other cultures. Preserving the old teachings, reviving the knowledge of the land, is a single thread that connects elders from Australia's many Indigenous clans and peoples. Our knowledge is a living knowledge, embodied in the stories brought from the land. Digital Songlines is a unique and exciting initiative that places you in the landscape, free to roam as Aboriginal people have roamed for thousands of years. Directly seeing and experiencing the old ways, encountering the stories and practices laid down from ages past, reviving and respecting the oldest living culture in the world. We begin in Carnarvon Gorge in southwest Queensland, a place of immense significance to Indigenous people. It is said that here, stories were told that travelled the songlines crisscrossing our continent. For thousands of years before the birth of the world's major religions, before the building of the Great Pyramids or the creation of the Forbidden City in China, Aboriginal people from many clans followed the cycles of the seasons, travelling back to this source, the keepers of a shared and sacred dreaming. Digital Songlines looks at the latest technologies to show us the dreaming, the past, the present and future. It is an archive. It embeds our artefacts, our paintings, our songs and our journeys in the place where they arise. It is a tool for teaching. It shows a connection between language, culture and the land. It is an immersive environment. It allows the user to connect with and be moved by the old voice that has never stopped singing. Above all, it allows us to be revived and to understand, to see with new eyes and to hear with new ears, right in the place where we are. This initiative of the Australasian Centre for Interaction Design is supported by Cyber Dreaming, SGI, Indigenous community groups, the Australian federal, state and local governments, together with researchers from Australian universities. We welcome additional partners who can help us to realise the potential and vision of this important project, while the elders are still with us to pass on their knowledge and their great wisdom.